What's good, everybody? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of the Celebrity Junk. Dima, let me get some odd couple music. So the other day, I got tagged into the Kevin Samuels fans Facebook group, which seems to be a 24-hour party. Kevin Samuels comes on about 3 times a week on YouTube, and I believe 3 times a week on Instagram. But for those who want to interact with his content or talk about his content, they do so in this particular fans Facebook group, which he does not own. But oh boy, there are some interesting debates that go on there. When I'm talking about like all night long, it never stops, all right? It gets disrespectful, quite heated, and it's hilarious. But there is a chick that, you know, if we can, we'll basically blur her name out. But she's a chick that posts in there, okay? A lot. And the sister is an OnlyFans model.
Jesus Christ.
Now, stop the show. Nothing wrong with being an OnlyFans model. But I guess what's wrong with being an OnlyFans model if you're an OnlyFans model and you're like broke, begging, and dusty? Which would be like BBD, broke, begging, and dusty, or dusty, broken, begging, which is what she definitely is, all right? And there's a particular post that she comes for black men, and it is true. There is a lot of black men kind of dissing sisters in the group, and sisters dissing black men. That element does go on in that group. But she posted this. Dating music! Can you guys wait until you get a vehicle and get off public transportation before you give your critiques on black women? Pretty please. Now, can I get an ooh sound effect? Sounds like a pretty good roast here, okay? Now, before I get into that, I want to just talk about some of the other things on her page, if I can. And that is, she has another post on her page on February 16th that says, dating music, coochie be less than $100 and they still can't afford that.
What?
How would you know? Okay. Now give me like the dun 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 sound effect. See, now we're gonna travel into muddy waters because at this particular point, this is when Avon Barksdale comes down, and that's not his real name, so we can show it there. But he says this, dating music, and she can't even come up with $300 OnlyFans, must be slow. And she posted, I need to hold dating music. I need to hold $300. Who got me? See, now this is the point that I think a lot of black men are discussing and talking about in Kevin Samuels groups, on Kevin Samuels YouTube channel or on his Instagram page. But the problem is simply this: you have all of these women who have a lot of smoke for black men or some sort of animosity for black men, wanting to call black men broke, wanting to call black men dusty, wanting to call black men and say they don't have anything. So then you have all these black men who are even trying to, you know, feel bad or feel less than because they don't have certain amounts of money because these sisters are demanding things that they should have and they don't. But meanwhile, here we have this particular struggle OnlyFans model who needs to borrow $300.
Oh, hell no!
Okay? Now, $300. $300 is not a lot of money. $300 has never been a lot of money. Even when I was in high school, $300 was a lot of money then. 2021, $300 is not a lot of money. But you have sisters out there who are all on their Instagram pages calling somebody broke, calling somebody dusty, saying somebody is, you know, struggling, saying somebody this and that. You don't even have $300, boo.
Stupid.
Okay? You're paying minimums on your credit card. Let me just stop this. A lot of y'all are broke. I hate to say this, okay? For many of y'all who and your words, what you would say, as you would come for black men, you would come for people. You don't even have a place to stay. Okay, you don't even really have no furniture. Many of y'all are struggling. Okay, many of you are broke. Many of you are dusty, and you believe that because you are thick or because you got some likes on a photo, that that changes things. It makes you have more currency. But obviously it does not, because you cannot get $300. I'm talking about the OnlyFans type of chicks here. I'm not talking about everybody, because some of y'all are slow and you think I'm trying to come for everybody, and I'm not. I'm coming for a select few of y'all who are hypocrites. Okay?
Okay.
And that is the problem. You want to be entitled. But the thing is, see, for me, I like Muhammad Ali. And I'm going to tell you why I like Muhammad Ali. He talked a lot of trash. And Howard Cosell asked him one day, said, well, why do you brag on yourself so much? He said, Howard, it's not bragging if it's true. Many of y'all are bragging with no facts behind it. You have demands, no facts behind it. You have all of these demands, no facts behind it. You're hella broke. You have kids by multiple different guys. Some of y'all have many problems. And then you want to come back and act like, call somebody else broke, and you on the bus stop with the guy you called him broke. How do you figure that? And I talked about the video, the struggle IG model who lives in the dirty apartment. This is exactly what it is. You have so many ladies that are faking it to make it, but then get exposed for not having anything. And then the stuff like when you find out what like the kind of problems they're having, like for example, if you miss your house payment, I could probably understand that if you missed a mortgage or you're behind on your mortgage, because a mortgage is expensive. It could run minimum, depending on where you live in America, $1,000 a month. And if you live in some of the bigger cities, $3,000 or $4,000 or $5,000 a month. I can see you struggling with a mortgage, honey. I can see that. But I don't understand how you don't have no prepaid Phillips for your Metro PCS. You don't have $50 for the gas in your car. Your kids need Infamil. You don't have that. Your cable bill is 2 months past due. You don't have no money for no electricity. Okay. Your refrigerator is completely empty. You begging me to bring you double cheeseburgers. Okay. You don't have no ride nowhere. You can't get your carburetor fixed. See, these are the sort of problems that, you shouldn't be talking when you're out here. I don't care how thick you are and how beautiful you are. But the problem also is this. If you're an OnlyFans chick and you're doing something like this, or whoever you are, struggle IG chick, I don't care. How can you say something like this and a man doesn't even find you valuable to give you that kind of money? Like, if you don't have a man who will give you $300 and you have to go to Facebook. This happened with Feminista Jones, I believe. Feminista Jones went to Twitter and was asking for like $250, but couldn't get the money from a guy who cared about her. This is what we're talking about here. So you're calling those brothers dusty, but you need $300. I bet you that the guys you're talking about got $300. Well, guys, what do you think? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. I really appreciate you for all that you do. Subscribe, hit the bell. Check out the first comment pinned to the top. Check out the Patreon. Check out the Black Men Are Perfect t-shirts. And as you know, the buffoonery remains at an all-time high. We are